And I'm sorry you can't see her, because there are certain graphical plugins that only work for certain things. Okay, so all her Pokemon are, as I expected, going to be grass types. So what I want to do is right. Okay, so Growlithe, Charmeleon, and Doduo will be my lineup for this one, which is as expected. As long as none of these Pokemon pull out Surf, and I have yet to see an Executive, I have yet to see an Execute of a Victory Bell or a Vileplume use Surf on the beach. So it's obvious that I'm gonna go with Fire Blast because of the type advantage. Hopefully I don't experience Karma with Fire Blast. Nope, I am not that unlucky. Okay, so Acid is all that they can throw at me. It's kind of funny. If this is how the battle is gonna roll, with only grass types from Erika and a set of Pokemon that have the type advantage over grass types, then Erika is gonna be easier than the gym trainers themselves. The gym trainers had a different variety of Pokemon. They had normal types, they had poison types, they had bug types. And that definitely made the battles longer and somewhat harder. Alright, so Victory Bell is down, and now we have to fight its devolution, which is not what I expected. I thought she would send out Vileplume or something. Though I am expecting Vileplume to be the third Pokemon. Stun Spore, huh? Okay, so this is where things get tricky dicky. This is where things really get tricky dicky. I'm gonna go with the Dragon Rage because that should do 40 damage to wrap this up. Speaking of wrap. Ouch, that was a critical hit too. Alright, so you know the conditions of wrap in Generation 1. The conditions of wrap in Generation 1 are that wrap is an attack that constantly attacks. It's kind of like Fury Attack, except that it goes from turn to turn. It was considered to be a very overpowered attack, and Wrap was eventually weakened in Generation 2 to the attack you guys know today, which I won't go into further detail for. But you can see why Wrap is a pretty overpowered attack. Another Wrap coming our way. So, mixed with Paralysis, I would say mixed with Paralysis, Wrap is a considerably overpowered attack because there's nothing my Charmeleon can do. It's gonna die a slow and painful death, or it's gonna faint a slow and painful faint. And there's nothing I can do about it. So instead of letting my Charmeleon suffer, I'm gonna send out Doduo to do some finishing touches on this Weeping Bell. You did good enough, Charmeleon, I'm sending you out. And that is why I agree with the change that they made to Wrap and Constrict. Two attacks that continue to attack no matter what you do. Especially if you have Paralysis, there's nothing you can do about it except Quick Attack or an attack that attacks first. There we go, one hit finishes it up. Thank goodness.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Okay, so we are down to the final Pokemon. For Erika, that is. I have two on my side that are perfectly healthy. She has one on her side that's perfectly healthy, but it seems like Doduo is going to attack first because of superior speed. And this should be it. Petal Dance is all that Gloom can use. I'm surprised that she did not use Vileplume at this point, because Vileplume is the evolution of Gloom, but I think it is again randomly chosen. You never know. You just never know. But all that's important is I just won my badge. Okay, so boyos, the grassy badge is mine. So we have unlocked Koga's tower. Next thing I want to do is register Pokemon to fight Koga. I'm going to register, of course. Obviously, the thing that comes to your mind when you're trying to think about Koga is, 1, let's register Pokemon that know Psychic type moves. So obviously Kadabra is going to be at the top of my list again. With Psybeam, of course. And then we want Pokemon that can exploit every weakness of poison types. That is the key to winning this. Okay, let's see. Shelter, Cloyster, Self-Destruct isn't gonna... Okay, so there's Hypnosis and Dream Eater. And of course there's a poison type that knows a psychic type move, which is gonna be pretty dastardly and pretty dangerous for... Koga. Boomerang, huh? I'm not sure what kind of Pokemon he's gonna throw out, but I think I know what I'm doing here. I've got a Pokemon that knows Hypnosis. That can be a very good advantage. Now I just need a slightly unorthodox Pokemon, and that for me is going to be... Not Staryu. Probably not. Ah, yes. Jinx. Alright, so I've got my squad over here. As you can see, I've got a bug type, I've got a psychic type, I've got a ground type, I've got a ghost type, I've got another psychic type, and I've got an ice psychic hybrid. And that is gonna do me some pretty good. Whoops, I think I just exited out. Going back to Gym Leader Castle here. Now, if you guys want me to, that gets me on the topic of, if you guys want me to do certain other things in this game, then you're gonna have to tell me. Because at this point, my only goal is Gym Leader Castle and Elite Four Castle, and then I'm gonna move on to another LP. Because then I'll be done with Apprentice of the Force, and I will be done with Pokemon Stadium's main storyline. So it looks like we're fighting a Biker, a Tamer, a Jaguar, and we're fighting Koga himself. Alright, so... Of course, now I've got my new registered set here. I'm not sure why I didn't choose Mr. Mime, but it is good to have a little variety sometimes, you know what I mean?